Okay, so hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing one of my most favorite like vanilla cake recipes. This is my go-to recipe for any vanilla cake, and you could add any flavoring or Oreo chunks or dry fruits or whatever you like to this batter. This is basically a like basic batter for cakes, and it's really easy. I'm going to be making this in a cooker. I will tell you the time for the oven as well and temperature. I'll tell you for both, but yeah. So let's get into it. First off, the ingredients you're gonna need is 100 grams of maida, uh, 50 grams of butter, 80 grams of sugar, 50 grams of milk powder, 1/4 cup of curd, half a teaspoon vanilla extract. This is 1 teaspoon baking powder and half a teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 cup water and 1/4 cup milk. So also this cake will make about like half kg. This will be a half kg cake. So yeah, first you're gonna mix in a glass, mix the milk and water, just add them together and nicely mix it and keep this aside. Then in your mixing bowl, add your butter. Okay, add it all in. Then to the butter, add your castor sugar, and give it a good mix. Also, I am using ghee for this cake, but you could this recipe originally calls for 50 grams of salted butter softened, but I am substituting it with ghee. So yeah, but you could add the original butter as well, same way. After mixing this well, add half of your milk powder and half of your curd. Alright? Add it in halves, like in batches of 2. You're gonna mix this. Add the other half of milk powder and the other half of your curd. Sorry for that. Just one sec. Made a bit of a mess, but that's okay. That's perfectly alright. Making a mess is part of baking, right? And you're gonna mix this together. And add your vanilla extract. You should actually add this when you're creaming the butter and sugar, but I forgot, so I'm adding it now. It should look something like this. And now, keep this aside, and in your flour, you're gonna wanna add the baking soda and baking powder. And just give it a good mix. I forgot to grab a spoon, so I'm doing it with the back of my spatula, but use a small whisk or a spoon. Okay, now to this, take your mixture again and add your flour, the flour mixture, and half of your milk. Gently mix it. Remember, have a smooth batter. So if you like over mix it, the cake will not be as spongy and fluffy. It will be more on the dense side. So do not over mix the batter, but also do not under mix the batter. Otherwise, you will have lumps of flour, which you don't want. As like it when you're eating and cutting the cake, it might give you like lumps of flour, which you obviously don't want. Then add the rest of your mixture of milk and water. And very gently you're gonna mix it in. Okay? Make sure it's nice and combined. It will give you a nice smooth batter, and this is like my go-to recipe for every single cake, and it's so spongy and airy and the perfect taste. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and like. Do share this video as well. Now take a spatula and just go through it so that there are no lumps in this batter. I'll give you a close-up of how the batter should look like in just 1 sec. This is how the batter is looking like. In the video it's more brown, but it's actually very like pale yellow. I'll turn off the lights and show you how it actually looks like, because in the camera it looks really dark, but it should be something like yellowish. So yeah, it is nicely smooth. You see there are no lumps of flour. That's how it should be. Now take your 6-inch greased pan. I've greased this with ghee and again some maida. I've dusted it with maida. It should look like something like this. You could also use parchment paper, but so as I was saying, you could use parchment paper as well, but I don't really find it like it doesn't really help me that well, as like I have to cut it and it's really like a waste of time for me. This is much easier, but you could use parchment paper if you like. So yeah, now pour the batter into your 6-inch greased pan. Well, for the cooking time, I won't show you the cooking part of this cake because my kitchen is a mess right now and I really can't. But if you want to bake this in an oven, preheat the oven at 200 degrees, and then when you're putting the cake in, reduce it to 180 degrees and bake this at 180 for 30 minutes, and then after the 30 minutes, reduce, see if it's done, but if it's not, then you bake it for 15 minutes more at 160 degrees. And for cooker, it's the same timing, except that for the 180 degrees, keep it on medium heat, and for the 160, keep it at low heat. It's the same timing for cooker. This is nice and done. So yeah, that is how you make a eggless vanilla cake. If you want, I could make a chocolate one as well, but this is how you make it. I'll post a shot of like this, the baked version of this. So yeah, bye.